So, with the introduction of Elite Dangerous a couple weeks back, for a limited amount of time, it was free on the Epic Games Store. This would have brought in an influx of new players, and I thought I would make a beginner video just to show you the ropes of the game, sort of establish yourself as in the Elite Dangerous universe, and get yourself going. I've had the game now since release. Me and my dad had one account that we've had since release, and we were playing. And recently, I made an account myself in past year or so, to play my game separately, so I can play with my friends and my dad as well, which is much better. So I thought, I'm currently in a starport, so I thought I'd start here, just to show you sort of what you can do in a starport, and then eventually we'll move on to ways you can earn money and get better ships and so on. So when you enter a starport, usually you want to go to Starport Services, and there's quite a lot to see on this menu. There's quite a lot to see. For starters, in the top left, it gives you a bit of information about the system. So you're in Morin Terminal. Just underneath the Morin Terminal, it says Independent Banjagali Labour Federation. So that means that's in the Independent Banjagali Labour are the minor faction, AI faction, in control of this system, and they are Federation aligned. Right underneath that, it says Edmund Mahon Exploiter System. There are three major power play powers in this game: the Federation, the Empire, and the Alliance. The Imperials and the Alliance. So Edmund Mahon is the leader of the Alliance, and he's exploiting the system. And just underneath that, you can see your balance, so that's how much money you've got. On the top right, you can see me, my name, so that would be your name, your ship underneath, your type of ship. There's your commander's picture, and then just underneath that, there's sort of a quick livery access for your Cobra. Your Hollow Me is your character, basically profile picture, and then the ARC store, which is the in-app sort of the microtransaction currency. Over here in General Services, we've got the commodities market, where you can buy and sell goods. Very important for trading in this game. You've got the mission board, where you can get missions, all sorts of missions, combat missions, bounty hunting missions, trading missions, passenger missions, you name it. The passenger lounge, where you can find passengers to transport. Then your contacts, your authority contact. This is where you claim bounty vouchers, pay off fines, those sort of things. Bounty vouchers, I'll get onto that later on. You've got your combat bond contacts, your search and rescue contacts, and your black market. Then you've got your universal cartographics. I've never actually used this before. There you go. You can sell data for data of systems you've discovered. And then your crew lounge, which I believe is where you can get AI crew for your ship. If you have a multi-crew ship, that is. Then in the middle, there's your faction state, system influence, my reputation. That's just your reputation with the faction. This is not too important to start off with. You don't want to focus too much on this. Underneath that, we have Galnet, which is the in-game newspaper, basically. You can just read on recent articles and events in the galaxy, in the inhabited galaxy. And the most important parts, you've got your quick maintenance, where you come to refuel, repair, and restock your weapons, whatever. That's what you would always do that when you come back to a starport. And then you've got your ship services. So you've got your outfitting, your shipyard, your advanced maintenance, which is not too important, and the remote workshop, which you should not worry about for now. I haven't unlocked it either. Outfitting. This is where you outfit your ship. There's my ship in all its glory. You have your hard points. It's pretty self-explanatory. All your different parts. And yeah, there you go. In your livery. It's pretty easy to navigate the outfitting section. And the shipyard, where you can buy new ships. In the game, you start off in this ship, the Sidewinder, which is a fairly standard ship. It gets the job done as a beginner ship. It's what you'd expect. As you can see, this is a stock Sidewinder. There's nothing much to it. But this is the ship you'll be flying until you can get enough money to purchase a better one, because you want to get away from this ship as quickly as possible, as it's not the most. Yes, it's a good starter ship, but that's about it. So yes, ways you can earn money in the game. I'm gonna just tell you what the different ways you can earn money in the game. So the most popular ones, probably bounty hunting, sort of combat type thing, trading, exploration, and mining. So combat, with combat, which is what I do most of the time. Usually in combat, basically what you do is you go to different areas, so there are areas where you can find wanted people for bounty hunting, especially. With bounty hunting, what you do, you go and kill wanted people for money. It's that simple. On paper it's quite simple, but there are different areas in systems that you could go and find wanted people usually. So there's the nav beacon, which is not showing up currently on my navigation area for finding locations. But here is your navigation section. So with the navigation section, if you press 1 for that, this pops up, and to navigate, you use Q and E to navigate the tabs on the top, and then W and S to navigate inside those sections. So navigation, this is fairly simple. You've got all of the system you're in, you've got all of the things in the system. So as I'm in a starport, it's limited to the amount of things it shows. As soon as you leave a starport or the starport area, you do see a lot more that's in the system. Usually scroll down to the point, there's the nav beacon, there it is. You scroll down and eventually you'll get to these. These are other systems in the area. They're just listed because they're nearby. But yes, and in this area you have your galaxy map, which is one of my favourite things in the game. Basically allows you to plot your course to different star systems easily. So you just click on that, select plot routes, bookmark location, that sort of thing. You can purchase trading data to see what's selling for what in that system. But yeah, that's the basics of it. And if I scroll out here, this game is absolutely massive. It's a 1-to-1 scale of the Milky Way. That is, if you tried to travel this entire Milky Way, it would take several lifetimes to get across this. That's how big this game is. And only a small area of the galaxy is inhabited. This area here, there's the Coalsack Nebula over there, which has been in the news a lot lately. But it's a very big game, and this is sort of the platform, this galaxy map's where you travel to other systems most of the time. You might travel through this navigation section, and then you get your system map, see the system you're in, see what it's got. So this system has 3 stars, 1 gas giant, and then several other planets, some Earth-like worlds. And you can see all the different stations here. So there's quite a few stations here. Actually. Then you go to your transactions, missions, passengers, claims. So this transactions is where you find all the money you've earned from bounty hunting, you name it. And then your contacts, so that's the nearby stuff. So with contacts, you click on Morin Terminal to be able to, when you're outside the station, to be able to dock in it, you have to go and request for docking access. Here we have the other important screen that you want to look at. Press 4 for this, that's the default setting. Shows you your combat rank, trade rank, and explorer rank. As you can see, this is quite a new account. I don't play all the time. So my combat rank and my trade rank and my explorer rank could be much better than they are right now. But I find that I know the basics, and I just want to give the basics to you, and then you can go and do what you want with whatever you're doing. So your modules, this is where you can check sort of power supply of different modules in your ship. Modules are, it's literally everything in the ship that can be turned on and off. Your shield generator, your thrusters, your weapons. You can see I've got my burst laser, seeker, missile rack, whatever. Your docking computer. This is where you can manage your power output, basically. Fire groups, this is where you can select your fire groups for different things. So I've got, for the A section, that's my combat fire group, with the burst laser, multi-cannon being on one button, and then seeker missile on the other. And then I've got my utility scanners on the B section. Here you can see your ship, where you can turn on things and self-destruct your ship if you happen to want to do that. I don't know, you might be lost in the middle of nowhere somewhere in that galaxy, as I have been once. The inventory, just to see your ship cargo and what you're carrying. And then the status of the system factions, to see what your status is with them, and sort of the power and the influence they hold and stuff like that. So that's that section. This is the chat. This is basically the multiplayer section. There's currently some bonus rewards in game. If you log in every day, they'll give you some arcs, which is the transactional currency you can use to get cosmetics and stuff, and they're giving a random amount of free arcs each day. So I got 200 today by the looks of it. That's pretty good. So use your chat so you can talk to people nearby, if there are any people nearby. Here you can find multi-crew, join someone else's ship, CQC. You can, if any of your friends are online, you can invite them to your wing, which is basically, you know, you can cooperate together. So there is my my dad, actually. I was playing with him on the 13th in wing. And there's the squadron feed. That's not too important unless you're in a strong squadron. And then there's this sort of settings area for the text and voice channels. And finally, this is the sort of multi-crew management section. So you've got your helm, fighters, SRV, crew, and help. So you can see here, this is quite useful if you want to get a multi-crew ship. It gives you all the ships in game that support multi-crew. So my ship only supports helm and gunner positions. Some ships have fighter bays, which can be very useful, but as a beginner, I doubt you'll have a fighter bay very soon unless you grind something. There's area for your SRV and stuff, so you can launch your SRV and stuff if you're landing on a planetary surface. So yeah, that's the overview of what you can do in a starport and sort of the overview of controls in a ship. So thank you for watching this video. I will be splitting this up into a sort of series. So today I gave you an overview of how to navigate your ship's systems, consoles, and the Starport Services, and giving you a quick overview of the game inside the Starport, and yes, how to access different things. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.